So that, all right, I should say I got this Dirt Devil from a local Habitat for Humanity restore. I got this Dirt Devil off of Facebook Marketplace, but this time locally. This one was shipped, this one was local. And this Dyson DC-25, I actually got off the side of the road. I was actually driving, or I should say my fiance was driving. And I noticed this because, red Dyson, pretty hard to miss. I noticed this sitting on the side of the road, and I was like, ooh, Dyson. Scared the absolute crap out of him, and he was a little bit upset at the time because I kind of scared him while we were driving, which he doesn't like. I apologize for that, but I was like, I'm sorry, but Dyson, go grab it. And so he was able to turn around, and I was able to grab this and chuck it in the back of my trunk. So that's basically that. So we're going to go ahead and start off with this Hoover as far as running it, since this one's already plugged in, because I used this both to vacuum living room just now and to clean up this particular Dirt Devil because the filters were nasty, and the filter on this Dyson DC-07. So this is a Hoover Wind Tunnel T-Series Purely Clean. I actually have two of these right now, and the only difference between this one and the one that I already have is that this one has rubber-coated wheels and it has the folding handle. Other than that, it appears to be basically the same machine, and the handle, as you can hear, is a lot twistier. And the hose, I think, is a little bit longer. But other than that, it works perfectly. I've been trying to sell this one for quite a while now. I probably could stand it up a little bit better. It's got a little bit dusty again. But this is one I got for free from the vacuum store that was being thrown away. I believe the reason why it was thrown away was because it had a massive clog going all the way from the lower hose up through the main hose. And that and also the filter needed washed. The HEPA filter could also do to be replaced, but with how cheap I'm selling this for, I don't really know. I don't bother replacing the HEPA filter. But the belt's good, the brush hole is good, the brush hole needed cleaned up, and after that, it's been pretty good. There's no tears in the cord or anything like that. You can see the brush hole right there. It probably has a little bit of hair on it now from when I just used it, but it's overall in good shape.
Let me just move the camera.
This, of course, is a model clutch, so it did need a belt. And yeah, so as far as the filters, because I know a lot of people love seeing the filters on these, and my apologies for whenever I do forget to show the filters. This filter also isn't in the best condition, so I probably should change it. What I'll probably just do is, because I don't really feel like buying a new filter, I'll probably just take the filter from my other T-Series, where the filter is in better condition. I'll probably throw this away, take that filter, stick it in here, and then once I sell it, I'll just buy a new filter for the other one. Because that filter, I believe, is in really good shape. And if that one's in bad shape too, then I'll probably just buy these filters if they're cheap enough. But because it does have a little bit of a smell, so I'm sure replacing the filter would take care of that. As far as this filter in here, this one's not too bad if I remember correctly. We're about to find out. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a little bit dusty. I probably could wash out this Cyclone. In fact, it seems to me like the smell is actually coming from the Cyclone, so I actually am going to pull apart this Cyclone and wash it out. Definitely before I sell this, so that way whoever gets it doesn't have to deal with a bad smell. In the meantime, I've sucked up some scent beads in it, and I really am impressed with how good these Hoovers perform on carpets. It doesn't really surprise me, as these Hoovers are Carpet Rug Institute certified. I believe these have a silver rating. Don't quote me on that. Either silver or bronze, something to that effect. But I don't think these clean as well as my Epway Clear Track, but they are pretty close. Of course, this cord's getting in the way. And these are a lot harder on the carpet than the Clear Track is. They're not as hard on the carpet as some other machines. Like my Shark Rotator is really hard on carpets. These aren't too bad, although obviously the clutch and all that, the way these heads are designed, they don't do the best on bare floors, but you can use these on bare floors since they have the clutch, and that's really nice. I am still on the hunt for the bag version of this, the Tempo, or what is formerly known as the Tempo. Now it's just the T-Series bagged. They still sell them brand new. I tried to warranty out a few other Hoovers that I had that were busted, including one that is actually in warranty for sure because it was manufactured in 2020 and it has a 2-year warranty. but they were like, well, you don't have a receipt, so we're not going to help you. But we can give you 40% off. But they were like, oh, you can't do it on the Tempo because we have the Tempo on sale, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, I get why you don't want to stack the discounts, but you're telling me that if you put a machine on sale, I'm not even allowed to buy it, even if I ignore it and go based on the MSRP. That's really stupid. But
cool.
I don't know. That's just what the guy told me. So, anyways, with that said, we're going to go ahead and turn on the brush roll because I believe, now it's engaged. And squeaky handle, we're going to go ahead and give this a run. Of course, it has the power button up here, so that's nice. Working headlight. Actually, the brush is making kind of a funny noise, so I actually might have to put a belt on this now that I think about it. But I'm pretty sure I have one in stock, so that shouldn't be too bad. So I guess maybe if anything, me not selling this yet is probably good because it means that now I'm kind of discovering some of the extra little issues that it has that I'm sure someone who bought this would have had with it, like the smell and the belt. So I think I might, even though I'm probably going to lose money on it, I kind of do want to rebuild this and replace a few of the parts. But I don't know. I don't really know if I would bother. I don't know I wonder what you guys would do if you got a vacuum like this. It was free, so any amount of money that I put into this is the only amount of money that I will put into this. So if I sell it for even $10 more, that's still a profit. Might be a small profit, and with gas prices right now, it might immediately be outdone by me simply driving to meet the person and giving the vacuum to them at a Walmart. But hey,
right there.
I do definitely like these machines. There are some design flaws with the bin assembly, but these don't have the design flaws of the newest.
Well, it's not. The motor is pretty dirty.
Even though the build quality on this is much worse. But
motor has a little.
I do still like these. I still do want to get the Tempo.
But that's the only downside with it. It still works pretty good for a 16-year-old machine.
I think if I got that, I'd be very happy with that. And I've been putting off getting one of those for so long. You can just do it. And of course, this is the model that has the port rewind as well. So that's always nice. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug this, and we will choose a vacuum next to plug in. Also, I forgot to show the sticker on the back of this Hoover. So there it is, UH70200 and E10A. So for a 12-year-old vacuum, it's still doing good. And there's that lovely folding handle, which honestly, the way the Mike Closet is set up, this actually could be very useful if I was to daily this vacuum. But I got scared because I was like, what is that sound? Just my mailman. But I wonder if I got that. Being an adult is absolutely awesome. I just checked the mail and I got a bunch of bills. Isn't that super fun? Anyways, something that's more fun is this Dirt Devil MVP Swivel Glide. Now, the filters on the inside were completely caked with dirt, and the way that this machine is completely disgusting on the inside tells me that they ran this without a bag, especially considering the fact that there is no bag in it right now. I think I got this from... I know I got this from my local Habitat for Humanity Restore. I don't know why I bought this, because I already have one of these. I have one in better condition, and I've already done on it. It's in a red color. And yeah, but I think this was like $10, so I figured, why not? Okay. I would have known the price, but the price tag just fell off of it, so I don't know. Oh, and it has that issue too, where the
got the Ultra
height
I don't have the Ultra.
Doesn't like to stay up. And considering how disgusting this is, and after I just vacuumed out the filters, I fully expect this thing to shoot out a cloud of dust, so I'm going to point it towards the office. So that way it doesn't shoot the dust to your living room. But yeah, you can see right there.
Conditions taken out.
Manufacturing code K001, so this appears to be from 2000. And it's certainly had a rough life. Like it gets clogged. Oh, so there's a light back here. That's fancy. I don't think mine has that, even though mine's the fancier model with the stretch hose. Something this model
it's like the dirt container.
It doesn't have. Let's see. There's the brush roll. I'm going to see that. Oh, the brush roll is completely locked up. Yep, the brush roll is. The bearings are completely locked up. I'm used to seeing that on a Bissell, not as much a Dirt Devil, although my Platinum Force Dirt Devil has failing bearings on the brush roll, which is why I haven't done a video on that in a while. I don't know if this is the correct extension one. It has like what appears to be a telescoping feature, and it has the crevice tool, but nothing else. So I fully expect this thing to be shot. I don't know why I brought this. This thing's probably junk. But it obviously at least needs a new brush roll, or maybe this is a model with serviceable bearings. I can't remember. But anyways, let's turn it on and see how bad it sounds. It sounds like there's junk in the motor. So I don't know if you can hear that. Headlight works.
Why not go on eBay and find one? So.
Oh,
I don't like Hoopers like that.
I'm not going to run this anymore. But you can tell the motor did turn on. And so, yeah, I need to strip this thing down to the motor and clean out whatever is rattling around inside the fan. But it does work. And I did check. There's no clogs in it. So it, in theory, would have suction. But this thing clearly is, most consider it probably, or I should say most would probably consider this to be beyond repair. But you know what? One of these days I will tear it down and see if I can't fix it. I don't know how well I'll be able to fix the pedal issue. But I know that if I can change the bearings on the brush roll, clean out the motor, clean out the rest of the machine, sure, it might have trouble standing up, but it should work. Keyword should. And the headlight works, so that's fun. Didn't expect that. That's always a pleasant surprise. So, yeah. For the amount of money I paid for it, probably not great, but it works. Kind of. Speaking of machines that don't work, this Bissell Clean View Bagless Special Edition. One that's caused quite a kerfuffle in the comments on the original video that I did on this. A lot of people are very upset at me for even considering fixing this up, let alone purchasing it, let alone even entertaining the idea that Bissell still exists. But nevertheless, I do still want to add one of these original Clean Views to my collection. Ideally, one of the blue models, like the 8975 or the 8990 models, or the whatever model, whatever, one of the many models that is like a dark blue color with a midnight blue accents and a blue darkened dirt container setup. That's the ideal Clean View that I would like. And the same style, where it has the stretch hose with a square base. And so I got this off Facebook Marketplace. I paid about, I think it was like $35 for it. And, with shipping and tax and all that, that's a good amount of money. So this thing, part of the reason why I got this is because, well, it's a Clean View that I was wanting to get. It was said to be in very good condition, was said to have been cleaned up and, all that. And it came with the original dusting brush, which I have never seen one of these original Clean View dusting brushes before. These are very hard to find. And now I understand why, because this is an awful dusting brush. And this really is a piece of crap. These bristles are very stiff, not good for dusting. You would think it looks like a nice soft dusting brush. It looks like a relatively standard dusting brush, but it's not. It's a piece of crap. But still, it's nice to have because obviously the extension wand and crevice tool are interchangeable between other vacuums. So when I get the clean view that I want, I have that dusting brush to go with it. But that was kind of the thing that's put me on the edge and made me want to get this. But this thing is just
this motor works good.
Really annoying because when I got this, the motor
still works.
First off, the brush hole is seized, or it's at least somewhat seized. The bearings are going out of the brush hole. And whenever I went to try to solve the problem, I realized two things. Number one, this screw is entirely stripped out. I have not been able to get this screw out. I've already removed all the other screws and thrown them away because they're badly rusted, something that was not mentioned in the listing. This height adjustment wheel, as you can see, is snapped right off. That was not mentioned in the listing. The upper tank filter was missing. That was not mentioned in the listing, although that was messaged to me because he did clean all this up, as you can see, and as an attempt to make it all clean. The HEPA filter was missing, so I stuck one of my Febreze HEPA filters in there. That wasn't shown in the listing. When I remove the upper tank and all this, you can see, that's all nice and clean and all, but you can see there's that broken piece that broke off during shipping. Not only was this top